So I don't know how far down you want to get in terms of spoilers and talking about where the show is heading, but maybe we could talk about what will be answered. Obviously, we're going to find out what caused the blackout.
Why not tell them now, right? Yeah, let's just say it.
But at least tell us if we're going to know certain things, like just the 15 years. One of the things that you guys do well is these flashbacks. Will we have more flashbacks? Are you thinking about maybe doing an entire episode in flashback? How much are you?
Now we will. Yeah, no, I mean, look, revealing why the blackout happened is big. What more do you people want from me?
We want just more.
We didn't even give it yet.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We want more.
So, I mean, that's really big, and then really revealing much more about the history of Miles and Monroe and where they came from, and revealing more about, really every question that is, which I'm really excited about, that every question that has been asked, at least certainly in the first 10, and then we proceed to ask more, we answer it before the end of the season, and still allow for a lot more questions and a lot more interesting developments to happen, and talk about knocking on wood in season 2. And so, why did Rachel slap Miles? What is their history about? We answer that. And what are all of their histories, and how do they all sort of come together? Where's Grace right now?
Right.
What's Randall want with her? Why the power went out? What turned Miles and Monroe against each other? Like all of it gets answered, which is really fun, and because it lets you sort of tell a first season of a show like it's one big long movie, and then ask a bunch of other questions and have a bunch of other cliffhangers that take you into the next one, knock on wood. But it's exciting to sort of see how, wow, there was a detail that was thrown out at the end of episode 7, and that's paying off in 19 and 20. And to bring all those pieces together has been really gratifying for me.
What's been interesting too, I think, is because of the way the season laid out with the gap, there's, I think, almost treating it like a mini season where you can answer these questions so that the audience no longer has to reserve judgment and wait till the end of the whole, whatever it is, 22 episodes of the full season, so they could kind of check in with one another, because dialogue is so big of a part of television right now, both between the fans and also between the fans and the people who are making the show. And events like these, that there's a bit of a call and response. Well, this is what happened for this reason. And then that becomes a springboard for asking a lot of other questions and introducing new elements that don't feel like you're just building on something that they don't understand where you're working from. And I think that the writers, with Eric, have really thought long and hard about the way that it was going to be received by the people as they responded well by watching the show. And as things expand, it doesn't feel like it's spinning out. It feels like it's building on. You have this little gap to let the foundation kind of cure a little bit, and now you could build on it, because right out of the gate, just the idea of a show that's 15 years after the power's out, even with going back in the flashbacks to make it relatable and make you understand what it is still a big concept for an audience to wrap its head around. And so now that the audience is established, I really like how they're challenging themselves and reaching forward and seeing what else they could present within the same reality and plausibility that the first half of the season had.